send me his most precious daughter, 'cause my heart couldn't take no more. He tried to love twice before, till I seen my black squirrel. I knew God gave me the world when he sent me an angel, my beautiful. When we're together, my heart is so full. You make life so much better. I love you always and forever, forever and always. You encouraged me to follow my dreams, so we bought a cabin in eastern Kentucky. The love you have for our family means everything to me. I was blessed by your hand, 'cause God had a plan when he sent me an angel, my beautiful. When we're together, my heart is so full. You make life so much better. I love you always and forever, forever and always. When he sent me an angel, my beautiful. When we're together.
Good morning. So it's Sunday morning. Probably about 7:30. The last couple days I've been noticing a whole lot of vultures around. You know, and it's not uncommon to see vultures flying around here, you know, but you don't usually have them where you have, you know, a few dozen all in the same tree in one spot, unless they're, or circling around, unless there's potential for food, you know. I've been around. Let me turn, so I don't know if you can tell, this tree. There's quite a few in this tree. It's really hard to see them. There was a lot more, that a bunch of them flew away, but they'll all circle back around. There's a couple more over on this tree, over here. But anyways, yesterday evening, it was right before dark. It was probably about 8:45. I was sitting over there, just finished, you know, working on the pool, you know, cleaning and stuff like that. And I noticed over in the pasture, and you can't see it from here, but kind of cutting through those trees right there from that angle at the outdoor kitchen, I seen probably about 3 hours earlier sage, my cow laying down sage, which is not uncommon for my cows. You know, see cows laying down. But what is uncommon is for them to be laying in the same spot for an extended period of time, for a long time. So it was probably about 4 hours later, after I saw her laying there, when I was sitting there finally at 8:45, just sitting there watching TV, kind of glanced over there and seen that she was still laying there. I just started looking more. I noticed some of the vultures flying up there, and I was like, what? And I started staring even closer, and I got my camera out, my phone, and I zoomed in over there, and I noticed that Sage's legs were up. Two of her legs, she was laying on her side, her legs were up, meaning that she's swelling up. She's dead. So, anyways, it was getting ready to get dark out. She's been dead for a day or so. I just didn't notice it. You're in the middle of summer. Plenty of grass out there for her to feed on, so I didn't, haven't gone out there. Usually I put bales of hay right over the fence right here, and then all the cows come up. So that's what I got to deal with today. I just got done having my Bible study, and Sage is the first animal that Judah and I purchased when we moved here. A2 protein, Jersey, certified, papered, cost us a lot of money. Brought this bull in just specifically to get her pregnant so I can start getting milk. When we moved here, the first animal we had on the property was a dog named Sixpack. She came with the property. She was a German Shepherd Coyote mix. Outside of chickens, she was the first animal that was killed. And she was killed right after my wife left. Someone shot Sixpack right on the side of the driveway coming into the property. Found her right there at the entrance. Someone probably thought she was a coyote. It was right after my wife left me. That was hard. I've been hanging on to God's promises and hope. Of reconciliation with my wife. She doesn't seem like she wants anything to do with that. Or interested. I don't know. It's like she wants to talk to me, but she just keeps her mouth pierced tight. Like she wants to turn around and go, and then she goes. So she really has not said a word to me since she left 2 years ago. Going on 2 years next month on the 12th. September 12th of 23. I know it's just weird. Amazing life. Amazing life. Before we moved here. Absolutely love this property. Love this land. I feel so but we had an amazing life, an amazing marriage until we moved here. And Tez was born right when we moved here. Tez was born in the house that I raised my other two kids in. Sold that house, moved out here when Tez was only 1 month old. And depression set in for Judah. It was hard. The birth. I believe that she went through postpartum depression. I didn't recognize it then. She didn't recognize it. But after everything, you can see it. You can see it. It's clinical. There just everything. Postpartum depression. And Tez was always on Mama, feeding, just feeding. Hardly slept. I mean, for the first year, she got an hour's sleep a night. I mean, and he would not take a bottle, no matter how we tried to do it with her milk, anything. He would not take a bottle. It had to be Mama's breast, which is good for him. But it was very hard on her because she couldn't get a break. But not long after we moved here, it was about a year after we moved here, she started going down and becoming more and more withdrawn and depressed and distant from me, no longer calling me her love. Beautiful, no longer saying she loves me, no longer calling me hon, no longer touching me in bed, no longer always not wanting me to touch her, shifting and moving every time I touch her, my body, or even I purposely touch her, or accidentally. It's like she'll move, where before she just could not sleep unless she was touching me. She had to touch me, especially her cold feet. She just had to touch me. I remember one night that her feet were really cold, and she was just got them all buried in underneath the sheets, tucked into my legs and all that. And I moved them over to the side, my side of the bed farther. And this is just a routine that we got into, but this one I went really far. So meaning I moved them, and then she would move them, tuck them back in. Next thing I know, I'm on the edge of the bed. My feet are. So I went and I took them and I turned kind of like sideways, where my feet were literally pointing outwards off the bed. And she went and turned her whole body and found my legs and stuck her feet in there. And I was like, babe, quit trying to find me. And she straightened up. She started laughing and she straightened herself up. And I straightened myself back up, and we snuggled up because we started both laughing. And she just put her hand on my face. And we just laid there and looked at each other. And she said, babe, I will always find you. How things change in the hearts of men. So that was before we moved here. Before she became pregnant. Now she's no longer even wanting me to touch her. So now it's been 2 years. Going on September 12th, it'll be 2 years since she left. This was our first animal. We're not from farms. We're both raised in cities and, the urban life for the majority of our lives. And this was a dream we wanted, and we were excited, and it was the first. And we wanted that A2 protein. We were excited, A2 protein. We get to, because that's what we would buy from, Kroger's, and it was more expensive, half gallon. And then we got a cow that we'll be able to milk and have fresh A2 protein and make our own cheese and yogurts. So the first animal that we got came with the property, 6-pack. Beautiful dog. Cattle dog. She kept, every time you go back in large pasture, she would keep the cattle away from you. She just would, it was a good dog. Someone killed her right after Judah left. Shot her. Now, only weeks away from our court date for the divorce. And I've been hanging on. Just everything. I bought this, those willow statues and stuff of family and stuff. They're called willow. And I have this one of this lady. Beautiful willow statue of this lady. Dark-skinned lady. Reminds me of everything of Judy. Just a beautiful summer dress. That's why I had that. So since Judah left, that thing has fallen over at least 6 or 7 times, and every time the head breaks off. I keep gluing it back on. And now the head kind of sits off, and the neck is like here, and the head is a little off, and it's like this. But I keep gluing it back on. As you see in my house, I still have on the wall, our family motif. The family tree, and it had all the pictures within the tree and it was all of our wedding pictures and everything. Still on there. I'll take my favorite picture of them off, and I just pray and hang on to it, walk around and just pray with that picture and hold it up to God. Save my marriage. Night after night after night, day after day for 2 years. Straight pretty much every day. Even hours upon hours a day of praying. And seeking God on my face. And help for my wife that she will find her way. So this past week, leading up, getting so close to our divorce date, I told the judge when we went to the court hearing for, custody and, how we're sharing with Tez and all that. I told him, I don't want a divorce. I don't want a divorce. I'm not going to sign it. She just says, there's no hope. My attorney tells me, hey, it doesn't matter if you don't sign it. A judge can still end your marriage, most likely will. And I said, it's on them. It's on them. I will not break this covenant. I will not be responsible. I will not give up on my wife. It hasn't been easy, because what's easy is to tuck your tail, allow yourself to grow cold in your heart and become angry and say, screw it, screw you. Fine, if you want to do this after I did this and that and this and all about me, and I've done all this, it's very easy to fall into that place. Trust me, I could feel it wanting to come up and just give the whole marriage a big old giant middle finger and just say, screw it then. And then just go out. I have not taken off my wedding ring in 2 years. She took it off the day she left. She probably sold it. But chose to fast this past Sunday. So I started Sunday night, going through last night. Oh, I'm sorry, not last night, but Friday night. And God, some things happened. God showed me things and talked to me. Man. But it's not a resolve to what I was fasting for. It's more along the lines of something that I feel I need to say to Judah today when I pick up Tez, which I don't know if she'll give me time for, and I'm very nervous about it. And it's been very, very sad and heart-wrenching, and it's just things. God has just revealed some things to me. Which really hurt my heart. And then I come out and I see the cow. I see Sage. You know, you buy a lot of animals on a farm with the purpose of laying them down so you can process them and eat them and be grateful for the meat and all this stuff, you know. But there's some that you buy that's going to be there. That's your pet. That's your family. That you plan on having for a long time. And that was Sage. She was our girl. She was the one that was not only going to supply us a lot of milk, but more calves. A future. She was going to be our breeder and our milker. But she was the very first one. She's only a couple of years old. She's over there laying in the pasture with vultures flying over her. I can't glue this one together as a symbolism of my marriage stand with hopes, you know. It's like because I tie everything that's Judah and I that had to do with both Judah and I into our marriage and our hopes as a symbolism, as a sign, whether we will make it or not, whether God's going to be able to pull this off or not. I know God has been pushing on her heart. I know God has been giving her dreams and pushing and pressing on her heart to repent and to turn back and come back to Him, come back to me. And this is what fear will do to you. Fear and insecurities. That'll keep you from being able to make the steps that you need to take. To get right with God. And to get back on His path and His plan, which is always far better than our own. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about, hey, I got to bury my cow. You know, I didn't expect for all these emotions to come back up again. I'm about ready to go and get my tractor and go back there, and I'm just gonna move her carcass to the back part of the pasture instead of up in front next to the barn and the water trough. And move it in the back. I don't have the heart to bury her. I would just let nature do its course and have its way on her carcass. Let nature take its course in the way that God intended it to, in God's hands. And quit trying to fix everything. Sometimes when you're trying to hold things together and fix it, it becomes control, which I did before Judah left, where I started to try to control everything because I felt like I was losing her. It just helped her, push her away, instead of me being able to be there for her as she went through these panic attacks, which I should have been. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta place it in God's hands. Whether it lives or dies. Say it's in your hands, God. There's nothing I can do. If there is, I'm sure you'll let me know. Alright, guys. Well, guys, it's not pretty, so hopefully, if you don't like to see dead carcasses and animals with maggots and all kinds of stuff. She's only, I'd say 2 days dead, but there's liquid out of her mouth, maggots and flies all over. Looks like something tore into her belly, and her udders are gone. I'm going to go for a walk around her, see what I see, and if I have to report anything. I can't imagine how a coyote would have got in here. Oh, Sage, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Yeah, I'm going to move it. I'm going to move her. Her whole rear end was eaten out of. That's so wild. So her rear end and all her udders were eaten out, and her eyes are gone. Goodness. Alright. I'll get you guys some food. Sure, but hey there, piggies. Come on, Ted. Come on. Hey, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, right here. Come on. Come on. Go in there. Come on. It's in there. Go on in. It's all gone. It's in there. Oh my goodness, guys. You guys are not that bright. There you go. Go on in. That's where the feed's at. Go on. You know where I feed you guys at. Go on. Go on. I don't have any. Go on. Go on. So I got to find my other cows, figure out. I seen the bull earlier this morning. But I have not seen my Angus, Black Angus, for a few days. I wish. So for whatever reason, you don't have veterinarians that go out to places here. Vanceburg. There's no veterinarian within Vanceburg area that's willing to come here. You got to bring all your animals to them, which doesn't make sense. I mean, especially in a situation like this where you want to find out what killed them. I don't know, but we got to figure this out. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm not sure how I'm going to pull this off, or if I can pull it off with you guys. But I am going to go around her back. See if I can scoop her up from the backside. I'm sorry, Sage. think you are that way. The rest of the animals seem to look okay. northeast corner of my large pasture. Oh, man, all this ironweed. So next year, Lord willing, if he has not come back, I'm going to give me a flail mower. That'll be an attachment for the back of the tractor. So to make it easy, I can't use I've used my zero turn on here. Sorry, I'm going to get in the tractor. I've used my zero turn on these pastures, but it's just a lot of wear and tear, excess wear and tear. Those machines were not made, well, they are made for commercial jobs when I got, but it's not made to mow 9-10 acres. Even more than that, 11 acres of grass every week. You're going to go through it real quick, and that's a very expensive piece of machinery. I think that zero turn cost me it was $8,500 for that particular one, commercial grade, 60-inch deck. It's an Aaron's. Thing's a beast. But this tractor is definitely built with the engine to be able to go, indefinitely. For the most part, as long as you keep it up. And the flail mowers are going to be roughly right around $2,500 to $4,000. So, a quarter to a half the cost of a side-by-side. So it makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. All right, guys. I don't know. Oh, man. My heart's sad. I got to pick up Tez today, which makes me happy. No, it's not. I am blessed that today is Sunday so that I can see my son. That is more accurate of a way to say it that matches how I feel. But I don't know what else to add to this story. I don't know what else to add to this video. It's very somber to me. I guess I could continue the video throughout the week to see what we get ourselves into with Tez and add it. But I think this is going to be it for this video. And I love you guys. I love you, my family. Family is everything. Family is everything to God. And He does not play around with people that messes with family. He's very serious about covenants and your oath that you take. And it breaks his heart when he sees how we are so easily manipulated and so easily give up on each other. All right, I'm done.
But then I asked God for Him to send me His most precious daughter, 'cause my heart couldn't take no more. He tried to love twice before, till I seen my black squirrel. I knew God gave me the world when He sent me an angel, my beautiful. When we're together, my heart is so full. You make life so much better. I love you always and forever, forever and always. You encouraged me to follow my dreams, so we bought a cabin in eastern Kentucky. The love you have for our family means everything to me. I was blessed by your hand, 'cause God had a plan when He sent me an angel, my beautiful. When we're together, my heart is so full. You make life so much better. I love you always and forever, forever and always. When He sent me an angel, my beautiful. When we're together, my heart is so full. You make life so much better. I love you always and forever.